Hello, I'm Motivational Koko. I was talking about the 7 steps, but there might be only 5 because I've only written 5 down, but I wrote down, the heading was 7 steps, but I've only wrote down 5, so that was kind of weird. So I guess there's only 5 steps. And the first step is answering a couple of questions, or the first few steps. And the first question is, who are you? Now, not who do you think you are, or who have you been told you are, because for the most part, that's the image you may have in your mind is exactly that. Most people have absolutely no idea who they are. They've been guided, their parents, their peers, their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their husband, their wife, peer pressure, it doesn't matter. It has gotten them down a path. Be it good or be it bad. I mean, you may be very successful, but miserable. Success doesn't necessarily mean you're happy or that's who you are. You may be very good. You may be the ultimate salesperson and you can sell anything, but you're selling stuff you don't believe in and you don't like, and you're having a moral conflict within yourself because you're not doing anybody any good. You're making a lot of money and that's a really cool thing, but there's no satisfaction within. I just pounded on the mic, I'm sorry. In my case, I believe you have to not care what other people think. You've got to care what you think. You can't let your parents, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, your church, or your religious beliefs, they can affect you, they can guide you, but they can't run your life. You have to run your own life. You have to make your own choices. If you live by other people's standards, then you're going to live by other people's standards, and you're kind of screwed. In my case, when I close my eyes, I have there's the timeline of my life, and there's a push pin in my life. Now, I've always been over the top as far as IQ goes, and that's kind of fun. It doesn't really mean anything. I find the people with the highest IQ are least successful, i.e. me, because we really don't know how. We have all this stuff going on, and they've never learned how to focus it into something that's ultimately incredibly productive or incredibly. We know people come to us to solve problems, to have ideas, to do things, but those are the people who are making the money off of us. Nonetheless, I was surrounded, in school, I was surrounded by, musicians and artists and philosophers and writers and theologians, and we would have amazing conversations on every topic you can possibly imagine, and many you can't. I mean, quantum physics, quantum mechanics. I did a quantum physics paper that I quasi-published back in college, and it was the basis for a whole sculpture series. And one time I was going out with a woman who I knew in high school but didn't have anything to do with in high school, and I had an amazing vocabulary. We were talking about something, I can't remember what it was. And she looked at me and she says, "Who are you trying to impress?" I said, "Excuse me?" I said, "Nobody. This is who I am." But when I reflected on that, 2 marriages and 2 divorces later, when I was looking back at, and working through why, I realized that was a push pin. From that moment on, I cared about what people thought. And that was my undoing. Now, from that point on, I've been like a stone skipping. I don't care, I care, I don't care, I care, I don't care. And I've just come off a period of time where I've been caring. And it's been holding me back. I'm surrounded myself with people who've doubted me, I've doubted myself, I have lost faith in myself, and I'm around people who are exemplify that topic. They are the same way. So I've got to break away from all that, or break away in my mind. I can still be around these people, but So here's the deal. Who are you? Get out a piece of paper and maybe put a line, or start with the first page and write everything you're not, what you don't want to be, maybe who you are now and who you don't want to be. I mean, all the things you don't want, just because it doesn't help you, but it kind of clears your head. I mean, I find it, it's like, when I have people work on relationship stuff, I say, what don't you want? What do you not want in a relationship? And it's really easy for them. They just go page after page after page. And if I have you write down what you do not want to be, you can kind of clear your mind. And then once you get a page or so, it'll come really easy. Then go to a fresh page and write down, what do you want to, who are you? Simple. Just write on top, who am I? And write it down, and write a small paragraph. Every aspect. The good parts of you, the bad parts of you, if you have, your philosophies, your charitable concepts, your philanthropic ideas, your political ideas, just write down who you are. Now, that may not be who you are this minute, but you start living into that person and you'll be that person. Think about that, work on that. Koko, out.